Welcome back to Garden Ideas, the place where simple spaces turn into lush, inspiring gardens you'll love to call your own. Today, we're diving into 20 creative and practical chili growing designs that not only boost your harvest, but also transform your backyard into a colorful, productive paradise. From vertical towers to upcycled planters, each idea is easy to try and perfect for gardeners of all levels. So, whether you have a spacious yard or just a balcony, there's something here for you. If you enjoy ideas that are beautiful, achievable, and a little bit unexpected, make sure to subscribe to Garden Ideas and join our growing community. Your next gardening success could start right here. In one quiet corner of the garden, a tall white tower rises from the earth. Not stone or steel, but old PVC pipes given new life. It stands like a humble lighthouse among the soil beds, guiding your eyes upward to a cascade of green leaves and bursts of bright red chilies. Each hole in the pipe is a little window into growth, where tiny seedlings once tucked into dark soil now stretch their stems toward the sun. This vertical design is more than just space saving. It's a clever way to turn a single square foot into a feast of flavor. The PVC holds the soil snugly, keeping roots cool and moisture balanced, while the height keeps plants safe from ground pests. A simple trickle of water from a small hose at the top seeps down inside, reaching every plant with quiet efficiency. The best part? This tower costs almost nothing if you use old pipes from renovation or salvage yard. With a bit of drilling, a few handfuls of soil, and patience, you'll have a vertical chili garden that surprises visitors and makes the most of even the smallest yard. It's a reminder that good harvests don't always need more land. Sometimes they just need a little height and imagination. High above the street, on a narrow balcony where space feels precious, the air hums with quiet life. Here, baskets hang like suspended gardens, swaying gently in the breeze. From their woven sides, green leaves spill over, cradling the warm glow of ripening chilies. Some a fierce red, others a playful orange. The morning sun filters through the buildings, painting them in soft gold. Hanging chili baskets are a small miracle for those without a yard. They turn unused airspace into a harvest, making even the tiniest balcony a place of abundance. The baskets keep plants elevated, giving them plenty of light and airflow while saving precious floor space. This method isn't just practical, it's beautiful. The baskets become living ornaments, adding color and texture to the balcony while feeding you season after season. It's proof that you don't need a patch of land to grow something worth sharing. Sometimes, all you need is a basket, a sunny spot, and the will to watch life grow where it hangs. In the far corner of the yard, sturdy blue barrels stand like quiet guardians of the garden. Once used to store water or transport goods, they've been given a new purpose: to grow chilies that thrive even when the weather forgets to rain. Cut neatly in half and fitted with a hidden water chamber, these barrels are more than planters. They are patient keepers of moisture. The magic lies in the self-watering design. Beneath the soil, a shallow reservoir waits, feeding the plants slowly through wicks or root contact. It means a gardener can miss a day, or even two, without fear of wilting leaves. herbs. Building one is simple and satisfying. A few careful cuts, a perforated platform, and a pipe for refilling the reservoir turn a discarded barrel into a long-term partner for your crops. There's a certain peace in knowing that even when life gets busy, the garden will carry on, the chilies growing in steady rhythm, nourished by the hidden pool of their roots. In the center of the yard, a spiral rises gently from the earth, a winding path of stone that leads not to a door, but to a living tapestry of flavors. At the base, chili plants spill their green leaves outward, some already jeweled with ripening reds. Higher up, the scent changes. Basil, rosemary, and thyme release their fragrance into the warm air. A spiral garden is more than a shape. It's a clever way to work with nature's patterns. The lower levels hold more moisture, perfect for thirsty chili roots, while the upper tiers stay warmer and drier, ideal for Mediterranean herbs. Every day, the spiral changes. In the morning light, droplets cling to leaves. By afternoon, the heat draws out the perfume of herbs, mingling with the faint sharpness of chili flowers. It's a garden that teaches patience and reward, a reminder that sometimes the best designs are those that follow the quiet spirals already written in nature. In the far strip of the garden, a line of bamboo poles stands tall, their pale gold smooth against the green of the leaves. They're tied together at the top with coarse jute rope, forming a sturdy frame that points toward the sky. Around the base, young chili plants reach upward, their slender stems searching for something to hold. A bamboo trellis is more than support. It's a partnership between plant and structure. Climbing chili varieties, with their eager vines and heavy fruit, need something strong yet gentle to guide them. By mid-season, the trellis transforms into a green cone flecked with blossoms, then into a cascade of color as chilies ripen in shades of yellow, orange, and deep red. Harvesting is a joy. You stand among the poles, plucking fruit from shoulder height. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest materials, a handful of poles, a length of rope, can hold up not just plants, but a whole season's worth of flavor. Against the side wall of the garden, a white frame rises in clean, even tiers. Each level is lined with rows of PVC pipes, their smooth surfaces dotted with small net pots. From these openings, chili plants emerge, leaves glossy, stems sturdy, fruits ripening in colors that catch the sunlight. This is a hydroponic chili rack, a design that brings fresh harvest no matter the season. In place of soil, the roots dangle freely in nutrient-rich water, fed by a gentle, steady flow from a small pump. The sound is soft, a quiet trickle that tells you everything is working as it should. It's a system that offers control, the right balance of water, oxygen, and nutrients delivered exactly when the plants need them. It's a reminder that with a bit of ingenuity, you can grow summer's heat even in the heart of winter, crisp, spicy, and ready for the table. In the heart of the garden, a simple wooden frame holds a patch of earth lifted above the ground. The raised bed stands like a table for the soil, keeping it warm, well-drained, and full of life. Here, the chili plants grow strong, their roots anchored deep into rich compost, their stems surrounded by a blanket of golden straw mulch. The mulch does more than just look tidy. It shields the soil from the midday sun, locking in precious moisture so the roots never feel the shock of sudden heat. It slows the march of weeds, leaving the chilies free to stretch upward without competition. A raised bed with mulch isn't just a way to grow chilies. It's a way to create a thriving, low-maintenance garden space that stays beautiful and productive from the first sprout to the last harvest. In one cheerful corner of the garden, an old drawer finds a second life. Its once forgotten frame, worn smooth by years of use, now holds a living display of color and spice. The faded wood tells a story of hands that once opened it daily, and now, instead of papers or clothes, it cradles rich soil and the delicate roots of chili plants. The drawer planter is a charming contradiction, rustic yet vibrant. Bright green leaves spill over its edges, while chilies in shades of yellow, orange, and red dangle like ornaments. This little planter is proof that gardening doesn't always require new materials or large spaces. Sometimes, the most delightful harvests grow from things that once seemed destined for the scrap heap. In giving the drawer a new role, you not only grow food, you grow a story worth sharing. In the cooler months, when the wind carries a sharper edge and the days grow shorter, a quiet shelter stands in the garden, the greenhouse tunnel. Beneath its curved frame of PVC and its clear plastic skin, the air is warmer, still holding the memory of summer. Rows of chili plants stretch inside. Their leaves are rich green, their fruit still ripening despite the chill outside. A greenhouse tunnel is a gift for those who want the season to last a little longer. The plastic cover traps heat and moisture, creating a microclimate where chilies can thrive even as autumn leaves fall. When the first frost settles outside, the plants inside still stand strong. A greenhouse tunnel is more than protection. It's a way of bending time, stretching the days of growth and warmth just a little further. Along the edge of the patio, a wall of green sways gently in the breeze. It's not made of fabric or bamboo, but of living plants. Dozens of chili pots hung in neat vertical lines, their leaves spilling out to form a curtain that glimmers with flashes of red, orange, and green. This hanging curtain is as practical as it is beautiful. The vertical arrangement turns unused airspace into a thriving crop, while the dense foliage offers a touch of shade for the space behind. As the plants mature, the curtain becomes thicker, the colors richer, until it feels like stepping through a secret garden every time you pass. By late summer, the curtain is alive with the hum of bees and the faint heat of ripening fruit, ready to be picked as you walk by. In the earliest days of the growing season, the garden begins not in the soil outside, but in small, humble trays once meant for eggs. Their neat rows of little cups become cradles for life, each one holding a pinch of soil and the quiet promise of a chili plant yet to come. The egg tray nursery is a simple, almost cost-free way to give seedlings the best start. The cardboard holds moisture gently, and when the young plants are strong enough to move outside, the entire cell can be planted directly into the ground, where it will break down and feed the soil. In your hands, the tray feels light, yet full of life, and in the garden, the story of each chili begins, all from a small, recycled cup that once held something entirely different. In the garden's warm embrace, The chilies do not stand alone. Between their glossy green leaves, basil plants release a sweet, peppery fragrance, while marigolds scatter bursts of golden light across the soil. Together, they weave a tapestry of color, scent, and purpose. Companion planting is an old gardener's secret. Basil lends its aromatic oils to the air, confusing pests. Marigolds, with their bright blooms, draw pollinators while discouraging harmful insects. The chilies, in turn, offer a bit of shade to the basil's tender leaves. It's a quiet lesson from the garden that the right company can make us all a little stronger, a little brighter, and far more beautiful. At the edge of the yard, where a plain wall once stood empty, a wooden pallet now blooms with life. The weatherboards, once used to carry crates, now cradle small pots of soil and green leaves. Between the slats, chilies grow in orderly rows, their colors deepening with each passing day. A pallet wall garden turns a used vertical space into a living harvest. It's ideal for small yards or patios where traditional beds won't fit. As the season moves on, the palette changes. Leaves grow dense, blossoms open, and soon the fruits emerge. It's a reminder that even in the smallest spaces, there's room for beauty, flavor, and growth, if you're willing to think a little taller. In the sunniest corner of the patio, a wooden shelf stands tall and proud, tier upon tier of green life reaching toward the sky. Each level holds pots of chili plants, some bursting with ripe fruit, others still covered in tiny white blossoms. A multi-tier shelf is more than a storage idea. It's a way to multiply growing space without taking up more ground. The top levels bask in direct sunlight, while the lower tiers enjoy a gentler light. By late summer, the shelf is alive with color. Green leaves, yellow blooms, and chilies in every shade from lime to crimson. It's proof that with a little creativity, a small corner can become a tower of abundance. In a quiet garden nook, an old bathtub sits where water once ran, now holding a different kind of life. Its enamel is chipped in places, a few freckles of rust telling the story of years gone by. But inside, the tub is overflowing with green leaves and flashes of red, a thriving bed of chili plants. Repurposing a bathtub for gardening is as practical as it is charming. The high walls protect plants from pests, while the enclosed base holds moisture longer. When harvest time comes, the bathtub becomes a treasure chest of color. It's a reminder that beauty and abundance can spring from unexpected places, even from something once destined for the scrapyard. Along the garden's edge, where the fence stands as a quiet boundary, a living border has taken root. Neatly spaced chili plants march in a tidy row, their green leaves brushing against the wood, their fruits catching the sun in flashes of red, orange, and deep green. A chili fence border is an efficient way to combine structure and harvest. The plants gain support from the fence, and in return, they soften the fence line, turning it into a living backdrop. By midsummer, the once plain boards are framed by leaves and studded with color. It's proof that even the boundaries of a garden can be made to grow. In the early light, before the sun climbs too high, a quiet rhythm plays along the garden rows. At the base of each chili plant, a single droplet forms, falls, and is replaced by another, the steady pulse of a drip irrigation system at work. A drip system is a gardener's silent partner. The black tubing runs like veins along the ground, delivering water slowly and evenly. The leaves stay dry, reducing the risk of disease, while the soil retains just the right amount of moisture. Come harvest time, you'll remember the morning spent listening to that gentle drip, knowing it carried more than water. It carried reliability, patience, and the steady care that every living thing needs to thrive. On the sunlit patio, colors burst from more than just the plants. Rows of clay pots, each hand-painted with swirling patterns or bright motifs, hold chili plants that match their vibrancy. Clay pots are timeless, their porous walls allowing roots to breathe and moisture to balance naturally. Painting them adds a personal touch. Arranging the pots into a collection allows you to grow many chili varieties in one space. By the season's end, the collection tells a story of seeds planted, colors chosen, and meals enriched with homegrown spice. And when winter comes, the pots can rest, still carrying their beauty and the memory of summer's heat. In the far corner of the yard, where old tires once sat forgotten, bursts of color and life now rise from their circular frames. Stacked 2 or 3 high and painted in cheerful shades, the tires hold soil like giant pots, their edges framing clusters of green leaves and fiery chili spilling over. Tire stack planters are a clever way to reuse what would otherwise go to waste. The rubber walls retain warmth, encouraging faster growth, while the height keeps the plants safe from pests. It's a reminder that beauty and productivity can come from the most unlikely materials, that even something worn and weathered can cradle new life if given the chance. In the afternoon sun, the chili patch glows with order and life. Rows of plants stand tall, their leaves rustling gently. Between them, pale gravel pathways wind neatly, catching the light and crunching softly underfoot. The paths aren't just for beauty, they make the garden easy to tend. Decorative gravel transforms the space into something both functional and inviting. The stones prevent weeds from creeping into the beds and drain quickly after rain. By the end of summer, the chili patch feels like a gallery of color and texture, each row framed by its bright, tidy borders. In a quiet corner of the room, a miniature tree stands as living sculpture, not of ancient pine, but a common chili plant transformed by patience and art. This is a bonsai or chili bonsai. It begins its life in the garden and at the season's end is carefully dug up, its roots and branches pruned to create a gnarled, elegant form. Repotted in a shallow dish, it becomes a year-round houseplant. Tending to it is a delicate meditative act of trimming tiny leaves and guiding branches. The reward is a living masterpiece that produces small flushes of flowers and even tiny, fiery chilies right on your windowsill. The bonsai is more than just a plant. It's a year-round reminder that beauty can be cultivated in the smallest of forms.